Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of InsideLowell. This podcast is coming to you from the WellPoint Studios. WellPoint, the only health plan offering exclusive healthcare benefits to Massachusetts GIC members. At WellPoint, your whole health is their whole point. I am extremely honored to have some wonderful guests here in our community that are going to discuss a little bit about what we've got going on in this city. And this is another edition of Tea Time, obviously. And the tea right now is our Khmer community and celebrating the 50th anniversary with our Khmer community here in Lowell, and I am so happy to have everyone here on here. So I would like, if you would like to start on my left, my left, but you're right. But yes, please introduce yourself.
Well, there's a lot going on in Lowell.
There's a lot going on in Lowell.
We have a lot of things coming up also. Hi, everyone. So my name is 𝗧𝗲𝗀𝗵. I'm the Executive Director of the Cambodian Mutual Assistance Association, CMAA. CMA has been around for a little over 40 years now. We are a multi-service nonprofit organization that started out 40 years ago supporting our newly arrived Khmer refugees. Of course, 40 years later, we have evolved. We're still serving the needs of not only Khmer, but other economically disadvantaged community members also. And we are proud of that. And, some of the things that just quickly that we do at CMA is, general support and services to civic engagement, to providing youth after school and summer programs, to providing support for our community member, our elder population in terms of so that they are connected to community and not socially isolated, among other things.
Right.
I can
go on and on and
on, but do visit our website, cmaalowell.org, or our Facebook page.
Yes, absolutely.
Very nice.
All right, Bong, you're up.
Right. My name is 𝗲𝗲𝗀𝗏𝗏, and I am how I'm involved with CMAA is I'm the board chair for CMAA, and I've been with CMAA part of the board for a good 5 years at least, and before that I volunteered as well. So I continue to volunteer, and I'm really happy and proud to be part of the Cambodian community and CMAA and its cause.
Wonderful. And our newest person involved in Lowell in the Khmer community here. Hailing from LBC, by the way.
ជំរាបសួរ ទាំងអស់គ្នា This is 𝗧𝗲𝗲𝗀𝗏𝗏𝗫, the Executive Director of the YMCA of Chinatown of the YMCA of Greater Boston. Today, I am profoundly honored to be sitting alongside our Khmer community leaders, including Tanisha, our beloved Khmer sister. We are honored that we are invited to join this InsideLowell podcast today. I'm here a part of the Proleung Khmer coalitions, not on behalf of the Y.
Right.
However, we are part of New England community organization that serve people across, of course, Lowell, Boston, and all New England. I am new, completely new to New England. I moved from the LBC, Long Beach, California, 1 year and 3 weeks ago.
Wow.
And
awesome.
I worked at the Y in Long Beach for 10 years. I worked at the Y when I started in 2008 in Cambodia. And then I went to Zambia, Africa, and I worked at the Y in Zambia.
Wow.
So this is my 4th Y in New England. After 17 years later, finally, finding my newfound Khmer community here in Lowell. And I was very delighted that I was invited to join this group of community leaders last year around May. We did not know what we embark on, whether it was Proleung Khmer, we did not know what we would call this. We did not know. However, Mong Sothia will give us a brief background of what led us to where we are today, that we joined Proleung Khmer. However, today, I feel very honored to sit alongside our community leaders and to share a little bit about what Proleung Khmer is. Thank you.
Correct. So for a quick question before we start diving into it, because this is obviously very important and it's dear to my heart because all the people I love in my community that are Khmer. For people who are like, what is Proleung Khmer? What does that mean? So what would you say that the word means? Because I know Khmer, people see Khmer, especially if you live in Lowell, you see simply Khmer, you see Khmer this. What exactly does Proleung Khmer mean?
Right. Proleung is the Khmer word for soul.
Soul.
So Khmer soul, essentially. As I'll start with the now, and then I'll go back
for sure.
how we arrived to that. So the whole series of activity that will be happening from April and May is called Proleung Khmer, a 50-year journey of remembrance and resilience.
Yes.
And so how do we get to this? Obviously a lot of work. It started over a year ago with the initial conversation. I had, we all knew as Khmer that 2025 will be the 50th year anniversary of the Khmer genocide, right? And so I had conversation with 𝗧𝗲𝗶𝗬𝗪 back then, who is the co-chair of Proleung Khmer. Initially we had different thoughts of how this would go. I thought that, okay, we need to do something to remember, and also, but to recognize, honor the resiliency of Khmer Americans here in not only in New England, but all Khmer American who escaped Cambodia, escaped persecution, and came here back in the 80s, right? And of course, all ideas, 𝗧𝗲𝗶𝗬𝗪 was also had her own initial idea about how we should be commemorating the victims, right? We all lost. I lost my father, my younger brother, and we all lost a family member. But so it came together. It took us, like I said, over a year ago, and then until about 6, 7, 8 months ago, that's when we really, okay, let's get together. Now is collaborative of individuals, of organization that making this happen. So CMA obviously is play an important role in it. Also, we are the fiscal sponsor of the collaborative. But and I think 𝗧𝗲𝗶𝗬𝗪 and 𝗪𝗏 will share with you who are the different partners and supporter to date. But it's I want to stress that this is a collaborative of individual organization to put this together. Now, in terms of so that's how we came around, and I'll say a little bit now that 𝗧𝗲𝗶𝗬𝗪 talk more about what it is about. It's again the word, to me, the word says it all, right? 50-year journey of remembrance and resilience, and we want to part of our goal is and I'll just say this a little. Personally, also, we want to connect this with our young people. Because we learned that because of pains and suffering, many of our young people who grew up here particularly did not know as much as perhaps they need to or should know because of their parents, the pain they don't share. And one of the things that we want to bring to light is all that we have gone through. Despite all of that, we've now are resilient and are doing a lot better. We still have ways to go as community, but we've as we've seen all our Lowellian, we have from the very hard time back in the 80s and 90s to now 2025. As a community, we've come a long way. So
if I may interject, I would say I remember because I was born in 1880 specifically, and I remember going to the Rogers School when it was school because I believe it's an administrative building now. And I remember some of the students that I met, they were Khmer from Cambodia. And I remember them having difficulty with like English and different things like that. But I also come from a family that we do not discriminate or, you know, so I was always like mindful of those things.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why I'm Khmer now. I don't know. But I do remember, right, you know, already again. But no, I just remember that when I was in school, because I grew up in Back Central. So going to the Rogers School, there was a lot of kids that I remember were in school and they were trying to figure out English and different things like that. And people would make fun of them or make fun of their clothes and things like that. And I always, because the way I was raised, my Nana was like, no, you don't do that. So I would see kids and I remember specifically, especially now being a part of this, where I'm like, that makes so much sense because people are going through some things and they're coming here for a better life for them, their families and different things like that. And, you know, just when you think of the history, because obviously I could speak on history too, being a person, you know, that my history is obviously not the best, being a person that my family's from the South, but just, you just get it a little bit more. And I feel like with the Khmer, where it's 50 years and thinking about everyone leaving just to be safe and try to better their situation, better their families, and being safe, you know, things like that, where people don't always understand that. So I'm so excited about even myself learning what more can I learn about what that is, because I feel like as a people, especially now, you understand people and you sit and have a conversation and it makes you have a better relationship in your communities that you live in versus having, from a lens looking down versus like, I want to sit and have a conversation with you.
And this is one of the things that we are part of this is that, and all the part of this is not about politics, right?
No, not at all.
Recognizing and commemorating those who unnecessarily died because of, you know, who they were because of they were of starvation. That's what my brother died of, and all of that. And we want to, because this system, like it or not, it's a part of our history. It's a part of our history, and you know, so that's why we're doing that. And I just want to a big recognition is that, you know, and be this effort initially, how we start going was that with the support from Mass Humanities and Greater Local Foundation. Those were the initial supporter financially to help us start the discussion, start the different things that, you know, initially we needed to do. So it's up to you. Or
can I just want to add on to that, because I was one of the refugees that came here due to that unfortunate events 50 years ago. So Proleung Khmer means so much to me. It's like we need to really remember those lives, and also at the same time we are celebrating the resiliency of us being here. Start from the bottom, moving up. We all here are you know, able to make something of ourselves, and at the same time we continue to work and support our community and teach our children so they know where we came from and what we are going to do, and that we have to continue to learn and how we can at the same time improve progress, you know, and continue the doing what we are doing, and so that our children can learn more about who we are and what we are doing.
And I think there's something to be said about that when you think about it, where it's like, because obviously all of you guys understand that part, but it's not just about you understanding, but it's about keeping it going. Because books could fade, different things can fade, but just having that information that you pass on, that knowledge, because there's stories that aren't going to be in a book. There are experiences that will not be in that as well. And, you know, just in the time I've been a part of, which I'm extremely grateful to be a part of, just to understand the history behind what that means. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that is such a big thing where you're able to share those stories, those experiences, and not forgetting those things and let it get washed away. Because, you know, in the 80s, we didn't have social media, we didn't have the internet, we didn't have all these things. So it's like, it's up to all of us to keep the legacy going. Does that make sense? I know.
Exactly, it does. But I want to mention one more thing before we move on to our dear I lost my grandparents through starvation, and I lost my uncles, and then my dad was taken, you know, and killed, you know, just because we were, you know, upper family, things like that. So I just want to share that a lot of us, many lost during that time. So remembering is just something we need to do, and then, hey, you know, the folks can be aware this happened. It can never be forgotten.
Right.
This is very important that we work together to commemorate and demonstrate our resilience. As I mentioned earlier, last year in May, I was invited to join this 50 years commemoration, right? Planning. At the time, we did not decide on what the name is, but we were all invited to join this. And as 𝗏𝗧𝗲𝗀𝗏 alluded to, the history that led to inviting community stakeholders 4 or 5 years ago, that they had an idea. They already mobilized resources in making it happen. It did not happen before COVID, right, Bong? But they brought it back, the ideas, and then they started inviting people, including me. They had this idea long time ago, since the 45th commemorations, which I was not here yet. I'm joining New England right on time. As they commemorate the 50 years anniversary. So I'm honored to join this event. It's beyond an event, it is a journey. So we embark on a journey, which we call Proleung Khmer now. We have an official name, Proleung Khmer. As 𝗏𝗧𝗲𝗏 alluded to, Proleung means soul. Khmer, of course, it is our identity. That's who we are. We are Khmer, the people of Cambodia. The language and the people. When we say Khmer, it refers to the language and the people. The meaning of the word Khmer is profound itself. So Khmer means wholesomeness, which is a language derived from Pali and Sanskrit. The word Khmer was misunderstood, of course, when the genocide regime started. But who we are as Khmer, we are proud as Khmer people. The people originated from Cambodia in Southeast Asia. So we combine the term Khmer and Proleung, Khmer soul. That is our identity, our soul. That's who we are as Khmer people. What we went through and what we are going to continue commemorating, celebrating, recognizing, and empowering young people, as 𝗧𝗲𝗏 mentioned. It's all about passing the story, the knowledge, and the resilience, because young people, including myself, who is a younger person with the younger generation, who did not go through the genocide regime as they did. However, the intergenerational trauma has impacted me, my children, and so many Cambodian younger generations. To have younger generation learn, not only learn, but co-develop co-organize and be a part of this collaborative effort as a journey is extremely important.
Absolutely.
So now, Proleung Khmer, we have a very good description of what it is when it comes to Proleung Khmer. And basically, we have a clear plan, right? We have a
Yes,
clear plan.
yes.
Absolutely.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
So now let's go
give
into
it.
the detail.
Let's
All
give
right.
it.
In the spring of 2025, the Khmer community and supporter, not only Khmer, but supporter including you. By the way, you are family. You're not a supporter.
I already know I'm
Yes.
family. Maybe we might have to get some Khmer food after too. Because I'm hungry.
So all of us across New England will come together to celebrate Proleung Khmer, which is a 50 years journey of remembrance and resilience. These commemorations remember a regime that happened from 1975 to 1979, and it started on April 17, where millions of Khmer people was forced from out of their homes and mobilized to the genocide concentration camp. That was when the capital city of Phnom Penh and other provinces in Cambodia was captured and taken over by the genocidal regime of Pol Pot. And that started in April 17, 1975. The regime continued for 3 years, 8 months, and 20 days that caused the destructions, tragedies, the genocide that killed between 1.7 to 3 million people, mostly Khmer people, but among the 3 million, it included other groups as well. So, why are we celebrating and commemorating Proleung Khmer? We have a clear purpose based on our collaborative effort from community partners across Lowell and New England. This Proleung Khmer is not just a one event. It is a event series. It is a journey where our collaborative partner embark on not only to celebrate, but also to recognize and celebrate the achievements that Khmer people who live in New England and across the United States as Khmer diaspora for the last 50 years. How we contributed to the fabrics of American society. So that means, I love what you just alluded to, your personal family and your people history is part of American history. Khmer people who came here 50 years ago, our story and our history is part of American history, and it's part of the human history that we share. And we have some commonalities that we share with the struggles that we gone through. So we have this clear purpose to celebrate, remember, and commemorate the life lost during the genocidal regime of Pol Pot, and recognize the Khmer American diaspora that demonstrate resilience, strength, and the enduring spirit that make us strong as who we are as Khmer people. So this is a very profound opportunity where we work side by side, not only among Khmer American diaspora community members, but all supporters across New England to pass this to younger generations and move forward for the next 50 years, next 100 years, and the next 150 years and on. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I think that is so important too, because one of the things that came in my mind were seeds, right? Because when you think, if you're a farmer, you plant seeds, you don't see it immediately, but they're there. And then things grow and prosper. And I feel like that is such a dynamic portion of history where people want to not embrace certain histories or acknowledge histories, but you put it there. Because I know for myself as a parent, I like to plant seeds in my kids and hope that those blossom and grow.
Exactly.
Which, you know, because you never want to forget where you came from, because what do they say? It's like, if you forget it, it's doomed to repeat itself.
Exactly.
And for me, I think it's such a great thing, especially where we have such an amazingly large population of Khmer here in Lowell.
Yep.
And it's been such a thread in a fabric here in this city.
Yep.
And, you know, I've grown up around Khmer people my entire life. I'm like, yeah, and then we're going. But no, I just on a serious note, I feel like that's so important because, as you had mentioned too, some things, especially for elders, it's hard to talk about these things.
Yes.
No one wants to remember those times.
Yeah.
But it's like, how can you press forward and just put some positive light on it and some sunshine on something where people could be like, you know, like they have these things in their mind, but it's like a locked vault. Because I feel like that even with people in my family that are my elders, but to just say we're resilient and we're going to keep going, don't only remember that, but like we have to persevere. And resilience obviously is a great word, which is what's part of that, because that's really what it's about. It's not like, yes, we acknowledge what happened. However, how do we push forward? Would you say that would be?
Yes. And how do we educate? How
Yes.
do we ensure that people know, this what happened, what, you know, our history.
Yes.
You know, our children, like a lot of our children don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
When their mom and dad, their parents, they don't want to talk about it. Because they don't want to relive it.
Right.
So they only know bits and pieces. So, you know, recently I just started an after-school program 1 day a week where I teach my culture. So I'll teach a little bit this, a little bit that, and students were like, "My mom never told me that,"
Right.
or you know, it's because, and I told them they have their reasons, and it's hard, but you know,
Right.
So the more we talk about it, student will ask, and they will, you know, they'll get the answers and whatever we can give them, and kids are a sponge. They want to
they are.
learn. They want to know, because since family members don't want to talk about it, at least we here at the community level, and as a teacher, as an educator, it's my job to educate our children.
Right.
Yeah, and talk about, you know, I just and we could talk more about kind of because we had said that, you know, it's a series of events, right? So how do we do this?
Right.
And we do this with a number of things that'll be happening. One of the things I want to mention, and Bernard can talk more about the different events, is that you know, we have opening ceremony, we have virtuals, and talk more about that, and then. But part of this also, and I'm calling out submission of stories, right? We're going to have exhibits. And one of the location will be a loading dock over at Western Ave, and the other location will be at the local health center. Now, so, you know, along this theme, right, we will be looking for anyone who are willing to submit their stories. It could be in a poem format, it could be in an audio, it could be in a video. But, you know, they can talk about, you know, their family life pre-Khmer rules, you know, or pre-1975. And they can talk about their, you know, how their life were during the 1975 to 79, you know, and after that, in the refugee camps and in the early days of the settlement here in United States and in Lowell. So yes, we are all of us here in Lowell and in New England, but this is, you know, does not stop or we encourage any Khmer who hear about this, know about this, and we have let our Khmer community out in Long Beach and California know also that you know, they certainly can submit because, and this, at the end of all this will go into archive, so that a younger generation or anyone who in academia want to know more, then they can have these information. So that is part of what this whole effort. It's about educating, also education, not just remembering, not just honoring but educating our community and others.
Right. I
so-
love that people can submit a story.
Yeah.
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 So if, because I know me, I'm emotional. My kids laugh at me all the time because they're like, "Mommy, you're ready to cry at any moment." I'm like, I'm just an emotional person. But where maybe someone doesn't physically want to attend an event, they can put
Submit
it
their
in
story.
words
Yes.
and send it so
Yes.
they don't have to worry about those things. You know, it's like maybe they're just having a moment and
Yes.
they're seeing this podcast or whatever,
Yes.
and they can share what their experience was like
Yeah.
and not have to worry about being in front of anyone or
Yeah.
anything like that. Because sometimes writing, like, I'm not a writer at all, but just getting it out, you know
Yes.
what I mean? So are they able to submit stories just
Yeah.
writing it
Yeah,
out,
writing
or
it,
is,
yeah.
like how
It's or send pictures. Really,
Okay.
doesn't have to be any writing. If they just
Yeah.
want to send picture with the
Mm-hmm.
description, it's on our. It'll be we have a live website,
Okay.
𝗪𝗲𝗶𝗀𝗀𝗧𝗧, and there's button that you can submit story you can submit through there. Of course, you
Yeah.
need to give us agree to the permission for us to use
Correct.
it for
Correct.
the purpose of Proleung Khmer.
Yeah.
But yeah, it could be if they don't want to write anything, they just wanted to submit pictures. Perfectly
Right,
fine.
right.
It'd be great if they can describe what that picture is.
Okay.
Me back in 1981, how slim
And
I
this
was.
is what
no clue
right
of what
back when I was in my good shape.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, but no, I just like making jokes because sometimes that's just the way my mind works. But no, I think that's amazing, and we'll definitely share that, and they'll be able to navigate if they would like to submit a story as well to
Yeah.
talk about it or submit pictures and things like that, and that will be on the PK
Yeah.
website.
So, one of the main parts of Proleung Khmer is also a healing process. It's a journey, and both of them mentions the life before the genocide, the rich history, culture, and vibrant society, Khmer society prior to the genocide, from a lineage of the Khmer Anglo civilizations. We came from a lineage of rich history and culture before the genocide. And for us, not only we commemorate, but also preserve what we have before the genocide.
Yep.
Yes.
We have rich culture, we have rich history,
Arts and dance.
arts and dance,
Food, just want to put
food,
that out there.
economies,
Yeah.
civilization. It's a civilizations, right? And also now the younger generation, while they are learning about the tragedy that happened, they also have an opportunity to learn about their rich culture, classical dance, arts, storytellings, right? And we have all of this embedded into Proleung Khmer. We have a series of events that include storytelling, film screening, exhibit, cultural performances, conversation, dialogues, reflections. So those are part of our healing process and healing journey, and commemorate, recognize, celebrate, and preserve our culture at the same time. So that's why we have 9 events that Bong Vanat will be describing to let the public know and inviting them to join.
Right, and
event.
what they can expect, because there's a lot,
There's a
Yeah.
lot. There's a lot.
which
And-
it's amazing though. Why not? 50 years?
wow.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just some. Like I think we have 9, but
That's 9.
that's-
I was gonna say there's more than 9,
Then
but
we'll talk about the other
Yeah,
thing right
yeah.
afterwards.
we'll highlight
Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
what people can expect.
So, yeah, our event name is called Proleung Khmer, a 50-year journey of remembrance and resilience. And in Khmer, it says it's 𝗪𝗲𝗶𝗀𝗀𝗃នៃការចងចាំនិងភាពធន់. Okay, so what we have coming up in March, between March to May 2025, is that we will be having Khmer American Literacy Arts Day, which begins March 21st. You'll be able to learn more about the Cambodian culture and just materials that's available out there for students and family to learn and the community. And launch party, which will be March 25th, where we kind of like celebrate, open the events up.
That is our fundraising event.
Fundraising event.
We hope that people can join. It's $50.
So maybe redo that one, because if it's a fundraising, things like this do not happen for $0.
Yes.
So which date again is it?
March 25th.
March
Yes.
25th.
From 4:30
To
to
6.
6:30
At the Middlesex Community
at
College
Middlesex
Federal
Community
Building.
College. Yes.
Federal building.
Right across from the Cohen.
The gray building that is on the other side of the bridge by LMA.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
For those people who pass by and don't realize that that's
So
what
please don't forget to purchase your tickets because it's limited space. So.
Yes, and
Yes.
the ticket is will be embedded into the event page on Proleung Khmer Facebook page.
Okay,
And it will be
perfect.
share the link to purchase the ticket across the collaborative organizations.
Very nice. So we will be having film screenings and panel discussions March 25th and April 12th. And another one is the Remembrance Vigil that we're having on April 17th. And we just a couple of us were over there having a meeting earlier this morning discussing all the details that's going to go into that.
So would that one be to be determined for more details on the 17th, or is it already?
I think it's already there. It's only us who's planning everything.
Okay.
Make sure it happens, but that will be at the
City Hall Plaza.
City Hall Plaza.
CFK Plaza.
From
And it's an
5
interface.
Outside?
Yeah, outside.
Okay.
It's an interface.
A vigil, okay.
Vigil. So it's gonna be starting at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
to 7.
In the evening to 7.
Yeah.
So we hope that as many people can join us that day, it'd be great.
Right.
And then from April to May, we will have exhibits, showdown at
Loading dock at Western Ave.
yes, that's the one he
and
mentioned
Community
earlier.
Health Center.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
So we've been planning a lot of beautiful things there. Next week we will have a ceremonial tree planting sometime late
TBD,
April.
late
That's
April, yes.
TBD.
Yes.
And then we have another thing. When I was in the Thailand camp, the refugee camp, they call it 𝗪𝗲𝗪𝗪𝗪.
Yes.
It's like some
It's a Khmer
Opera.
if you will. So this is unique. So as far as we know, there's been no 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 performance, at least in the East Coast. So right now, about 15 Khmer older and master teacher on the Khmer opera is practicing in the basement of CMAA every Saturday and Sunday since and they're
last few
practicing
months.
up to the
So
event
it's,
time.
you said it's Khmer opera?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
In the
Ooh.
Khmer word we call 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪.
𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Okay.
I was kind of like in a Thailand camp. I watch that every time they have it. It's almost like every other weekend or something like that. And I would love to just go and join the event. And that's why I know so much about that.
Yeah.
And then the next one we're gonna have. So the conversation's gonna be on May 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not exactly sure the time yet.
It'll be mid-afternoon kind of thing.
Right.
But all the detail will be
On the site.
forthcoming
We'll,
on the
we'll
website.
send
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
And then we will have community panel discussion on May 15th at the Lowell High School. That's going to be involving our students, our elders, and the public will be invited as well. And we have a closing ceremony and cultural showcase. That is going to be a big deal and a big event. And Anna, you want to talk a little about that or what's going to be happening?
So what is the date of the closing ceremony?
May
just
23rd.
just in case
Yes.
people
Yeah.
are
May
like, I'm
23rd.
lazy, don't want to go online, maybe I forgot.
Yeah.
You said May 23rd?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the day after my birthday.
No.
Yeah. Okay, so you can celebrate.
So basically, I'm gonna be hanging with
Birthday
you guys.
celebrations. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be-
We're basically having a Khmer birthday party for me. Also.
There you go.
Oh, yes,
I'm joking.
You know that. You
I'm
know
totally
that.
joking. I was like May 23rd. Oh.
yeah, it'll be at the Lowell Memorial Auditorium.
Big
So
deal.
LMA 523
from 5
closing
till roughly
ceremony
midnight. Yeah,
till 5 till whenever the
Yeah,
party
11:30.
is done.
yeah. There'll be performances by traditional performances by the Uncle Dance Troupe.
Mhm.
There'll be some fusion of Khmer young performer, along the theme.
It's a mix.
Right.
Yeah.
And there'll be displays of Khmer artifacts and things like that
Right.
on site. That is that'll be ticketed. We don't have all the details yet, but it'll be
But people can
ticketed,
at least
yeah.
know.
Just
Yeah.
Put
very
that in
low.
your calendar. So will this be for the closing ceremony? Just because I've been to y'all's events and y'all go, y'all are ready. Is this an indoor/outdoor? Or is it all
Very much
indoor?
all
Okay.
indoor,
All
yeah.
right. So in LMA, so the stage is pretty much the closings. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Just because people are like,
Yeah.
oh, the snow's not outside. So I just wanted to put that out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Because we live in New England. People like
Yeah.
when it's not cold. So I just wanted to
Yeah.
clarify. Maybe I might have said that for myself, but it's fine.
So I mean, that's what we have from our Proleung Khmer programs and events, and also we can talk about what's coming up later on in the community. But I think I'm going to give
Yes.
this time for Sakir to mention the sponsors and the
Yeah, for
organization.
sure.
Yes. So, this Proleung Khmer journey would not be possible, of course, without the founding concepts that Bong Sathir, Bong 𝗧𝗲𝗀𝗵,
Yeah,
and
and others.
for us as part of this journey, of course we contribute our time and energy, but without others' effort, resources, and contribution, we would not be where we are at this point for Proleung Khmer.
Correct.
So I want to take a moment to recognize
Absolutely.
other collaborative partners and sponsors.
Yes.
Number one, we want to recognize Angkor Dance Troupe, Cambodian Mutual Association, right?
Us.
CMAA.
Us.
Let me say it correctly. Cambodian Mutual
Assistance
Associations. Yes.
See, you don't even know, and I
yes.
know. I told you.
I know,
Like,
right?
I'm more
Yep.
Khmer than
Yep.
you right now. I'm joking.
Yeah.
It's CMAA, not CMMA.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
CMA,
Yes.
Cambodian Mutual Assistance Association.
That's right.
CMA.
And we also have Washington's Saving Bank, and then we have E for All,
Yes.
Element Care, Enterprise Bank, Meta Center, the MRT, which is the Merrimack
Repertory
Theater.
Yeah.
We have Middlesex Community College. We have Clement Park
Clementi Park Committee.
and then we have 𝗪𝗪, just to name a few. There might
And
be
you
more.
have a little
yeah.
community
Collaborate.
health center because I see their
That's
logo.
right, yes.
there.
Local
Yes.
Health Center. Yeah.
Yes, the Meta.
Yes.
Yeah. So we have these collaborative partners to work together as a strong coalitions to plan this profound journey that we embark on. However, as you mentioned earlier, this journey needs resources. We are talking about monetary resources. That's why I want to take a moment to recognize some of the sponsors and donors who made this journey started. We need more resources, but now we get started with this group of sponsors. First, thank you to Theodore Edson's Parker Foundations. Correct me if I could not pronounce the name correctly. We have Mass Cultural Council. We have Greater Lowell Community Foundations.
Yeah. So we're
We
in
have-
the building that we're in right now.
We are here.
They're amazing.
We have Richard and Nancy Charitable Foundations.
Yes.
We have Enterprise Bank, of course. We have Lowell Cultural Councils. We have Massachusetts Asian American and Pacific Islanders. We have commissions.
Yeah.
Yes, the Massachusetts Asian American and Pacific Islanders Commissions. That's a mouthful.
I know
name.
that's a big name.
But it's inclusive. We also have John Hanover Trust, and then we have Joanne's Credit. Joanne.
John Dark.
Jean d'Arc
Credit Union.
Okay, thank
Jean
you.
d'Arc Credit
Jean
Thank you.
d'Arc Credit
Yes.
Union.
And then we have who else we have? Of course, 𝗧𝗲𝗀𝗵, who was an awardee, and she was very kind to donate her award to support Proleung Khmer.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And that's Sophie's
And we-
sister.
Sister, yeah.
Yes.
We love
And we have Stephen,
Congress.
John Cass Community Connector, who was the one who awarded the award to 𝗧𝗲𝗀𝗵. Yep.
Yeah.
We also have 𝗧𝗲𝗀𝗲𝗀𝗃 Trust Fund. We have Mass Humanities and One Khmer. And if I miss any other sponsor, I want to put it out there through this InsideLowell podcast. Thank you. We are looking for additional resources to continue and provide a very successful series of events. And now we just heard 9 events. So we need more resources in order to have a very successful celebrations. If any foundations, donor, funders, and community partners who would like to partner with us to enrich this journey and be on this journey together, we welcome any support. Please connect with our fundraising team and 𝗲𝗲𝗀𝗵, the executive director of the CMAA, and so 𝗲𝗲𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗵, who is the vice president of diversity, equity, and inclusion at Enterprise Bank. Please connect with our co-chair. We have 2 co-chair that they can work with directly to provide support and make any donations. Without any others recognition,
Yeah, I mean,
please.
again, you listed out all the different kind of organizational partner, but there's a number of individuals who have
Correct.
put in their terms,
Yes.
and I want to commend them. So again, this is a big undertaking. We
It
are
sure
literally
is.
meeting not once a week, but more than once a week on these things.
With all the
planning
different
and all the
branches,
different
it's like a
programs.
tree with
Yeah, yeah.
different.
And some of us, not only in one committee, we are in multiples, a lot of us committees. So we're like constantly, instead of maybe meeting one, so maybe 2, 3 times a week at least. So we've been all together, we're basically all
Right.
hands on deck, and we
Yeah.
Yeah,
all over places.
and there are other. I mean, these are just events that Proleung might put together, but there are other events that's going on. I don't remember all of them, but I'll just mention 3. Is that, for example, Clementi Park, who's a partner here also. It's their annual Khmer New Year at the park, an outdoor event on April 19 in the afternoon from 12 to 5, which is linked by our parade, CMA Khmer New Year Parade. This year will promise to be better.
It was great last year over there.
Well, this year will be better.
Even better.
That's
We're
what
getting
we
better.
strive to
We're
do.
getting better.
That's what we strive to do, right? So it'll be on the same day, April 19, from we will start the parade around 12 o'clock. And then also, which is important, is the Merrimack Repertory Theater.
Yes.
And I don't have the, folks can go to Merrimack Repertory Theater website, is that they agreed to present a performance called What You Are Now. I was on a panel when it was started 3 years ago by Ensemble Studio out of New York, and it's quite impactful. And so thank you to Courtney Sale and Merrimack Repertory Theater to bring that performance here in late April to mid-May. And the show is set in Lowell. It talks about the Khmer family.
Oh,
In
wow.
Lowell. So
And
this
it's
is
called
kind of
What You Are
What
Now.
You Are Now.
Okay.
What You Are Now. This is again for Link Khmer event. These other events are kind of goes along and support
And
and
celebrating,
promote and
yeah.
celebrating, recognizing this
Right.
effort.
And talking about that, now what you are now, our girl 𝗧𝗲𝗃𝗵, you
Yeah.
know, she had played, was it last year?
Mhm.
And she would be part of that as well. As far as I know, I spoke
Yeah.
with Courtney Sale last week. So that's happening, and a few more community events that happening at also is we are going to have Khmer flag, our annual Khmer flag raising by the Lowell LTTPS, right? Students and also CMAA,
CMA and the Lowell High School.
And the Lowell High School, they're always involved every year. We will be having that on April 14th.
Starting at 10, yeah.
Starting at 10 and usually goes until about 11 or 11:30. So, you know, we welcome folks to join us. And he talked about the CMAA parade to the Clementi Park starting at 12 o'clock, starting at CMAA, and we will parade down through the street of the Khmer business and into the Clementi Park itself. And another thing we are having is the LPS, where I work, Lowell Public Schools, along with my other sisters and brothers, Cambodian sisters and brothers that work there as well. We've been planning a Khmer culture workshop for staff, parents, and students, and, you know, community folks who are able to join us that day. It's going to be at the MCC, March 8th from 9 to 2 p.m. So it's a long workshop, but we have an impactful schedule. We have guest speakers, we have performances and showcase of the Cambodian clothing, cultural, the food and the ingredients, different things. So we have a lot of different things happening for us and to showcase. And also we will have my food, Khmer breakfast, and then Khmer lunch. So please be there and don't forget, that's March 8th.
I have it in my
So
notebook.
as we mentioned, on top of the series of 9 events through Proleung Khmer, of course, we have community events that Bong Suthia and Bong Wana described. We can find out most of these events on 3 different channels, at least for Proleung Khmer. Number 1, we have Proleung Khmer website, which is www.proleungkhmer.com. Proleung Khmer again. .org.
Yes.
So it's www.proleungkhmer.org, which is our landing page that the public can find out detailed information.
Right. And as things evolve.
As things evolves,
Yes.
because we also have the with the launch party on March 25th, it will be by ticket only, so they can purchase the ticket. It's not available yet, but we will make an announcement on how to purchase the ticket through those channels, including the Proleung Khmer website. And we also mentioned the closing ceremony,
Yes.
which is also by ticket only, and those will be purchased through Proleung Khmer
From the website.
.org as well. We also have Proleung Khmer Facebook page,
Yes.
which we launched that
Yes.
page last week.
Yes.
It's you can find Proleung Khmer Facebook page with the name of Proleung Khmer, PROLEUNG, and then Khmer, KHMER. But between the word Proleung and Khmer, there is a space. That's
Yes.
for Facebook page. Under those Proleung Khmer Facebook page, we listed 9 events that include the events that Bong Wana just described earlier, specifically for Proleung Khmer.
Correct.
Yeah, from the exhibit through to the closing ceremony. And then we also have Instagram. We have an Instagram account, and it's also spelled, help me, Bong? It's
Proleung.
Proleung Khmer, but no space.
So it's just one word, PROLEUNG KHMER.
KHMER.
Yeah.
No space. So
No
you can
space,
find
all
those
one word.
informations through those 3 social media channels. And we would like the publics and community partner to disseminate this information through email, by following, by sharing,
Right.
by sending these informations to the community. Last week, we had successfully published our press release. So the
Yes.
formal informations and detailed informations and link to those social media will include it in the press release.
Yep.
And those page and website also include a flyer. The flyer that the group created, we commissioned 𝗧𝗲𝗀𝗵𝗏𝗶𝗧𝗀𝗵, and
I
then
can snag that
Yes,
real quick.
please.
I'm gonna put it on camera.
and then the
This
website
is the flyer. Let me put this on here
was
with the
developed.
QR code, so you'll be able to see it.
Yes, yes, for both Instagram and Facebook.
Yes.
That this flyer, I want to take a moment to recognize our partner that we commissioned to develop the flyer, 𝗧𝗲𝗀𝗵𝗏𝗶𝗧𝗀, and we also want to recognize our one and only Khmer son with the name of Stephen Singh, who was commissioned to develop the Proleung Khmer website. So I want to specify and recognize the collaborative partners, because we would not be able to be where we are now planning this event without the support and the collaboration within the community. So we need more support and more collaborations. So
Yeah.
we want to open this to the community if anyone would like to support
Absolutely.
and work with us.
Well, if I may be so bold to say, thank you guys for allowing me to be a part of the planning, because one of the big things for me is I'm obviously not really Khmer, but I'm Khmer.
You
But
are.
just to sit back and see the intention with what you all have been doing and working on, and the time you have taken to put everything together, because I remember seeing emails about the logo and different, and it's just like there's so much heart with every single person that is involved in this planning, where everything is completely intentional,
Yes.
especially to honor
Yes.
what the last 50 years have been. And like we said, for the elders, especially, because I feel like that's a bigger part of it, because some people may have been too young to really understand what happened then, and then some may see it. And I just feel like I don't reply to a lot of the emails, because I'm just gonna sit back and you guys let me know what I can do to help. But just to see that there's something to be said about that, because you guys aren't just trying to throw something together. It's really and where you mentioned it's been years in the making.
Yep.
What,
Yep.
45 years ago? Well, not 45 years
5
ago,
years
but
ago.
5 years
5
ago.
years
So
ago.
45 years
Yes.
into where you guys are now, and just to see all the work.
Yeah.
Well, I'm seeing the residuals
Yeah.
because I wasn't part of it.
Yeah. Me too. I was not part of this too.
Yeah, but no, but just to really see
Yeah.
that. And it's just like there's so much passion and love, and the culture is so rich.
Yes.
And everything, I will say this.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're new, so you're kind of sitting this one out for a second. Sorry, but I'm sure you probably feel the same way.
Yes.
But every event I've ever gone to, when I go to CMA event, whether it's a gala or the encore troupe or what have you, it's just like the preservation of culture, the preservation of history, the preservation of who you are as a people. It's just amazing to me. It's so amazing. And I'm just there because sometimes I sit back, and even just the traditional outfits people wear when they're dancing, different thing, every little thing, you guys think of all these, it's so beautiful. So I just wanted to say, I love it. And obviously, I got my outfits because she took me shopping. So there's that. But it's just it's just so beautiful, and I love that. I really, really do. I truly do, and I respect it, and I get it, obviously, because my people have a lot of history in this country as well, and I'm working hard to help with that, so we never forget where we come from, so we know where we're going. You know what I mean? And I would just say, for me, y'all are serious about your business. The different things you offer, not even with just this, because this is huge, obviously.
Yes.
50 years, that's huge.
Yeah.
But even just the day-to-day things that CMA does, and what you guys do for the community to help each other, I think it's amazing. So I just want to say that.
Well, that's why I want to add a couple of words, is that we don't only preserve, but we elevate. And
Yeah.
we engage.
Uplift,
Yes.
You know, we elevate our community voices, and we engage those who are really the community wide across the city. So
Yeah.
preserve, elevate, and engage.
And
Oh yeah, because even the young kids that are doing the dances, I'm still like, my hands don't bend. So Bong So-P told me, she's like, they do exercises too. I'm like, my hands do not go
I can
back
give you a
then.
demonstration
Okay.
how I used to dance.
Yeah, no, because
too.
I was told you have to like stretch. And I was like, yeah, my hands don't go back.
First thing in the morning, you go out there to the grass, to the
Because I
dune.
see it and it's
And you
so
do it.
graceful and beautiful. And I'm
Not
like,
anymore, no, I can't do it.
Yeah.
you know, I'll still be out on the dance floor. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll be right there. I'm like, what do I got to do? Just show me.
Love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Well, thank
Yeah.
you for the
Wow.
opportunity.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you
Talk about
guys.
what we are doing, and it's appreciated.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
thank you for being part of us, part of the planning committee. As well. You're
absolutely.
amazing.
It's my honor.
Being part of the
Always,
Khmer family.
always,
Yes.
always my honor. Because I'm just like, I just love culture. I do. I love culture, and I love people who respect their culture and want to keep it going.
Yeah.
So I definitely am excited about this. And I'm like, all right, I put everything in my calendar. I'm like, what can I go to? Because, you know, I'm my kid's chauffeur because they can't drive yet legally. So we got to do that. But no, I'm very excited. And we will be sure to post all the websites they can go to, whether it's the CMA or the proleungkhmer.org.
.org.
So that way they'll be able to keep up with things. Because I know some things are still TBD, but
Yeah.
at least they can put the dates down.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Is there any other parting messages or anything you'd like to say before we sign off?
Well, I'll just say that. Well, I hope those who heard through InsideLowell, and thank you to InsideLowell, and will join us in learning more about our community, about our journey, and help us remember and help us honor, and also. My shameless plug is that if you can donate
Yes.
to all this effort.
That's not shameless. This stuff isn't free. Come on now. This stuff is not free. You want to make something happen. You
And we
you
will
need a
include-
little.
We already included the donation link on the
Yes.
website.
Yeah.
And then we will incorporate it to our Facebook and Instagram page. So,
Sure.
Yes. Of course, please donate.
So question with that. Will they be able to, whether they go to CMAA or the Proleung Khmer website, see opportunities to be a sponsor
Yeah,
or
we'll
donate?
add a link
Okay.
and we'll post there too.
Okay.
So essentially, you
Yeah.
CMA is the fiscal sponsor.
Yeah.
So make sure that when you donate, if you try to write a check, write to CMA, but with a note that it is
Proleung
part of
Khmer.
Proleung
And I
Khmer,
think that
PK.
that probably would be something you have on the website. So if they see that.
It's
okay.
already on the website for the link to donation.
Yeah.
So if they are unable to donate, but they know somebody who might be able to
Reach
support,
out to people.
Pass the
Please-
word.
please
Who do
connect
you
us.
know that has deep pockets?
please
Who do
connect
you
us
know
too.
that has
Yeah.
deep pockets?
And let's say they don't know who can support, but they want to offer time to volunteer. We have
Yeah,
9
I was gonna
events.
say that.
So
So on the
too.
website,
Yeah.
we already
Okay,
have the volunteer form,
opportunities.
volunteer
Awesome.
application on the website.
Yes.
There's a link that they can submit their name to volunteer, and they can select which event they want to volunteer, which
Right.
committee. Now we're still open to the community to join our committee.
Yep.
We
That's
have.
right.
So I'm the co-chair of the marketing and public relation committee. We have 9 events. That means we have every committee organizing this event. If
Yes.
the
Right.
community leaders and anyone who are interested in supporting, please reach out to the contact information share on the press release and on the website.
Right.
We will connect them to the right group that they are interested in
Right.
volunteering.
Because maybe someone's like, money's a little tight, but I can give my time.
Exactly.
help.
Skills.
Exactly.
Skills.
Yeah,
like you
no,
are, Like you are offering the
absolutely.
time for podcast right now. This is
I'm not
huge.
offering my time. What are you talking
On a
about?
Sunday.
On a Sunday, yes.
afternoon, where you could be with
Yes.
your family.
Yes.
No, I get you. I get you. No, do not make this about me. Nope, I'm good because you know I'll do it anyway, girl. So don't
Yes,
even do
I
that to
know.
me. No, I am absolutely honored, and I love, and I am 100% with celebrating culture? Because obviously we're also in Black History Month.
Yes.
You know it. You know it.
So
Yes,
I've got
Yes.
3 more events before the end of the week. But,
Yes.
you know, I am all about celebrating and preserving,
Yes.
because that would be a word I would do.
Yes.
Definitely resilience as well.
Yes. And elevating and uplifting.
And elevating, uplifting.
Yes.
And then also my thing too, again, I always bring this back to me being a mother, is teaching my children.
Yes.
Because that is who keeps the legacy going.
Yeah.
And bridging
Of
the
your
gap,
people,
bridging
your
the gap.
culture, everything you have going. And I'm like,
Yeah.
my kids, they're beyond like resisting anymore. Now they're just like, we already know we got to go to this.
Yes.
But
Yes.
they don't even do it anymore. They just come because they're like,
don't-
yep,
yeah.
mommy. And they've been messaging me. I'm like, while I'm here, because I told them, I was like, I'm doing this. And they're like, okay, I'm pretty sure they're probably, what are we having for dinner? But they'll be fine. But no, I am absolutely honored, and I am looking forward to, because there was one thing I remember, so P had told me, where there's a older, is it a dance or something she had mentioned?
It must be the conversation.
The Kambasa.
Yeah, that
My
she had
opera.
mentioned,
Yes,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I was like, ooh, I want to see that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm definitely
So
looking
that will
forward
be
to
May
that.
3rd.
The day before my son's birthday, all the May
Remember
things.
that,
Right.
May things.
No, but I definitely had, I remember she had mentioned that, and I was like, oh my goodness.
Look at this year.
Because
Yeah.
she started breaking things down to me, and I was like, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, that'll be at the Stocklosa.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. Well, thank you guys so much
Thank
for
you.
being
Thank you.
here.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
for having
Thank you,
us.
thank you, thank you. I don't have my Khmer scarf. Sorry, Sophie, if you're watching, because you gave me a beautiful scarf from Cambodia, and I don't have it on because I came here from church. But you guys are amazing. Keep up the great work. Welcome to New England, sir.
you.
Also,
Thank you.
there's that. Hailing from
you.
Long Beach.
Thank you.
But welcome, because we are so Cambodian up in
Yes.
Lowell. Just want to say.
Cambodian.
So you should be right at
I
home.
feel at home.
When
Feel
you
right
come
at home.
when you come here, you should feel right at
Yeah,
home.
right at home. Yes. Yes.
All right. Well, I'm gonna sign off, and we're gonna let everybody enjoy the rest of their Sunday. Thank you guys so
Thank
much.
you.
I appreciate you all so much. Thank you, Lowell. This is another edition of Tea Time for Inside Lowell. Thank you so much to my special guests, 𝗧𝗲𝗀𝗶𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 and 𝗧𝗲𝗀, representing Proleung Khmer, that will be launching in March all the way through May, and we're having an amazing amount of information that we will provide for you. So stay tuned. Some things are going to be ironed out, but at least get your dates, put it in your calendar. If you feel so compelled to donate, we would appreciate that. If you want to help on any team or be a volunteer, feel free. You can reach out on this podcast, and you can reach out on the website as well. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and bless you all. All right, bye.